After being released from prison, the mother-in-law immediately took her daughter-in-law to divorce her son. Then she brought her to her luxurious mansion, a 1,000 square meter estate. Hundreds of maids were waiting at the door to take orders from the woman. It turned out the woman's real identity was the founder of a Fortune 500 company. But because of love, she chose to marry a man with no ambition. After marriage, she kept her identity hidden and handed over the company to her 3 trusted assistants. However, her husband could never forget his first love. And after she killed someone in a failed attempt, he shamelessly asked his wife to take the fall for her. He promised her that after she got out of prison, they would live happily together. The naive woman believed his lies completely. But once she was in prison, neither he nor his son ever came to visit her. Only the new daughter-in-law visited her every month, bringing warmth and care. Even so, the woman thought the father and son were just too busy with work. 7 years later, when the woman was finally released, she discovered that her husband not only didn't keep his promise, but had already been living with his first love. The woman was heartbroken when she heard this. What hurt even more was that her son was completely satisfied with his stepmother. He had always looked down on this mother who had been in prison, and for the sake of profit, the son would do anything. Outwardly, he doted on his wife, but behind her back, he beat her black and blue every day. What was worse, he forced her to entertain other men to seal business deals, just to secure a valuable partnership. It was only after experiencing deep betrayal that the woman regretted her decisions. She never imagined the father and son would turn out to be such ungrateful people. Father and son believed that without them, she couldn't survive. So, they agreed to the divorce without a second thought. Although the daughter-in-law didn't know the woman's true identity, she had already had enough of this life and agreed to the divorce. When the 3 of them came out of the registry office, the first love arrogantly showed up with a signed contract. She claimed that she had secured a 10 billion order from the richest man in the city. She threatened the mother and daughter-in-law that if they changed their minds, it wasn't too late. But the woman just found it incredibly laughable. After all, she could stop the deal with just one word. But at that moment, she didn't want to expose her yet. She wanted the father and son to fall from the peak of their happiness. So, she took her daughter-in-law to her mansion. The woman just smiled and said nothing. Then she had someone bring out a huge collection of jewelry and accessories. She said the daughter-in-law had suffered over the years and she would make it up to her from now on. At first, the daughter-in-law didn't believe it. But when the woman showed her the appointment letter for the CEO of the first group, she completely believed the woman's identity. But she was still curious as to why the woman was doing all this. Meanwhile, the clueless father and son arrived at the signing ceremony, still dreaming of getting close to the legendary business queen. They thought that in their next life, they would live a life of luxury and indulgence.